Hi there, my name's Frank. I'm from a company called FormationData, and we do B2B prospecting software.
You won the Technology Award for Best Disruptive Technology of the Year in 2023. So regarding Best Disruptive Technology of the Year for 2023, could you provide an overview of your career journey that ultimately led to you becoming the director of FormationData, along with a brief description and history of the business?
Yeah, so about 10 years ago, I started a tracking network, an affiliate tracking network from my bedroom in my spare time. And we were lucky enough to pick up a couple of really decent clients, and within 2 years I had over 100 members of staff, and we was live in 4 different countries. We was tracking data for companies in the German market, French speaking market, North America, and it just grew very big very quickly. And we decided to exit the business in the first quarter of 2020 and decide to do something what we thought was going to be a lot less time consuming, and went on to launch a property company and decided we'll buy 30 rental units, become landlords and do nothing. We didn't realize how much work it would be. And we now have sort of working full time in that business as well. My wife and a couple of staff members. But I just really missed the technology side of it. Really missed the technology side. So middle of last year, our head of technology and our operations person decided to put our heads together and say, what can we do? We kept one little niche network, and we wanted to grow it out again. We didn't want anything that was going to self-manage, that we were heavily involved in again, because I guess we could just, all three of us, miss the chaos of running a company of that size. And we decided to start. AI was really sort of coming about then, and we decided that we can actually automate a lot of stuff in the early prospecting stages of bringing clients on board. So we built a little system, very one module based, and we approached 6 accountancy companies, which is what we thought it would be most useful to at the time, and sort of said, we got this software, would you test it for us? There's no catches, whatever you get from the system you can keep, etc. And all 6 that tested it generated new clients in their first week. So we were blown away how it worked. We tried to play it off all cool, like yeah we knew it would be that good, but we were just sort of like, Jesus, we were really stunned at it. But along with that came hundreds of requests of, we like this about the system, this part's absolutely rubbish, can you fix this? Oh, we need this. And we sort of said, okay, we'll try our best, and we'll prioritize what we think will work best for you guys. And then we very stupidly tried to grow a bit too quickly and approached a few other industries and said, would you test our system? Had exactly the same success with cleaners, electricians, plumbers, the sort of trades, and it worked really well. Some security companies, solar installers, working fantastically with the system. But again, with those, all had their own individual industry requests. So we've decided to sort of stop marketing at the 10 or so industries that we're working with now, and we're sort of taking on the feature requests, developing it. And it's just a really exciting time for us that it's sort of grown in that sort of way in such a short space of time since we launched the beta. And I think that is important to mention. We're only in the beta, where we're sort of saying, come along, use our system. By the way, it might break regularly, but not all the time. But there'll be a few glitches and things like that. But it is just a beta. But the feedback that we've had so far has been tremendous. I mean, we had one company, quite a large company that we were working with, within a week offered to buy us, and we were like, "Thank you very much for the offer." But this is sort of our new toy now. This is what we're working on. We've got a lot more modules to get out there, and it's just that's how it came about. A tech company followed by a period of boredom, followed by another exciting tech company. So that's where we are now.
No, that is it's actually phenomenal to hear. Like you said, you've gone from such a large company as well. Like you said, amassing 100+ people, and then going into,
Yeah.
like you said, property for a bit of a break, and then you're like, you know what, I miss that. I miss that chaos. I miss that enthralling, just don't know what happened next day kind of attitude, and like new problems, new challenges, and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
It's such a good way of just looking at it. And like you said, if you're really passionate about it as well, like technology, because I can see that from what you just said. Then you're very passionate about technology, and then as soon as you get that good feedback, it fuels you so much for the future and stuff.
Absolutely, you just want to go at 100 mile an hour in every industry. It's just exciting for us because I think because we are so passionate about technology, and when it's different when you make something that's quite cool to when you make something that you think is quite cool that someone uses and then it works. That's like the ultimate thing for us, that you've built something that's useful to someone.
You mentioned actually when you were talking about that, obviously with different industries, they've identified stuff that doesn't work for them. Is that one of the main challenges that you face as director of Formation Data? And what kind of advice would you give them from what you've experienced?
Don't approach too many industries too quickly. It's especially that would be my biggest advice. Focus on maybe a maximum of 10. 10's working okay for us, so a maximum of 10 industries. Because they're all going to have their little nuances and feature requests and things that might work for them and things that don't work for them. So when a builder logs onto the system, really we only have 2 modules that would ever work for a builder. And although that's absolutely fantastic, and we can see they're generating sales through the system, most of the system is useless to them. So when a solar installer logs on, they wouldn't ever actually use one of the applications that a builder would use. So again, at the moment, our dashboard is a one size fits all. We're actually implementing a feature where you can just drag onto your dashboard the modules that you use and that would be useful for you. But it is quite confusing when you're sort of doing a first training session on the system and a builder logs onto the system. I thought, what do I need this module for? What do I need this for? You don't need that at all. But so that is a big struggle, is the feature requests that come in. And if you approach too many industries, you've got so many requests, and ultimately you're going to end up letting someone down because they'll be paying for your beta, and although the part that's working for them is working for them, they'll look at the future feature list and they're thinking, why isn't mine at the top? What is really important to me? So we have tried to limit those industries and sort of say to the guys, it is coming. If it makes the feature list, it won't move from that position. But we ultimately have to make the prioritize the feature list based on what's working for people and generally what's easiest to implement within the system. We do like the quick wins that that's only going to take us 2 days to build that. So let's bash those ones out of the way, and then maybe we'll do a big long one next week that's maybe going to take up 5 days to build and roll out. So yeah, anyone entering in the industry, focus on maybe a maximum of 10 industries, and just really spend that time prioritizing your feature developments. Otherwise you'll end up half making something, or not making it, or not putting enough time and attention into it, and then really test that feature report or module for that industry. So yeah, I think it's exciting. Just don't go 100 mile an hour. I think that would be my biggest advice.
What would you attribute as the main reason for your kind of recent success, would you say?
The people behind the project. I mean, I'm very excitable with technology, but when I walk into a room, if we're having a meeting with our sort of head of operations or Cosmin, our head of technology, just sitting there knowing that we're all on the same page, we're both looking at each other like, this could be massive for that industry. If we build this report, or we've listened to the use case of it and we've gone, we can do that easy. Like we were speaking to a company that pays, I think it was £2 per report for energy efficiency for solar install or something. And we were like, but you can do that with all this public data. Our AI, our system can piece it together. And we sort of threw something together on a demo and said, how does this look? And their jaw dropped, was like, that's amazing. That's like, and then it was like, well, what's the value to your business? Well, we're paying about £600 a month on these reports at the moment. What's the added cost of the extra feature? And I think that's our biggest USP, is whether the module's useful or not useful to you. It's all free. It's not free, but it's all included in the monthly price. You pay one fee, and there'll be 50 things that are useless to you and 10 things that are useful. But if they're useful, the AI does its job. It doesn't cost us any extra or less. So if it's useful, we plug it into the system and it goes basically. So but yeah, the success is the people behind it that get as excited as me about the system, or when we sort of there on the edge of our seats waiting for a customer reaction once we've sent something over, and if we both want to stand up and clap and go, we did it, that's the room of people that you want to be in. And that's what makes it work, is the people behind it.
Since winning that award, how has that affected your business? I know it's early days, but have you seen that effect yet internally and externally?
Absolutely internally. So externally is the easiest one. We're sort of answering the phone and sort of try to name drop every other sentence. Oh, we're award winning, don't you know? Sort of thing, award winning software. But internally is validation. I mean, you've worked so long on this project, and although you've got a few people using it saying that it's good, to actually put it out there against other technology in the industry saying, we want to put ours forward, who's his best? Not like that, but it is that validation for someone to independently review it and go, look, I've had a look at your system and what it does. I've had a look at your system, what it does. Do you know what? Even if we make the shortlist or make the finalist, we would be over the moon. We'd say, look, guys, it's early days, but look at that. We've made a shortlist, we made finalists, but the fact that we won it is incredible. For us, incredible. And it is that validation that we showcased ours against others in the industry, and someone independently decided, you know what, guys, you're on the right track. You're doing something right there, and for us, it really is that validation of what we built, that it's recognised. Really, I think that's the biggest thing for us.
And as an award winner, would you recommend Business Awards UK to other businesses, and if so, why?
Absolutely. I think if you are confident in your business, you're going to get two things out of it. One, obviously, the experience of if you do make the shortlist, make the finalist or win, there's that sort of experience from it, that validation that you get from it. And two, put it out there, see who else are talking about that category, see what they're doing. If you don't make the shortlist or you don't make the sort of winners board or anything, go look at what they're doing, learn from them. There's no shame in learning from your competitors. Just go out there, see what's working from them, and maybe you can sort of pinch little bits for your business. I'm not saying go clone them or copy them, but maybe there's something doing differently that's very easy to implement in your business, and see why they're winners. So if you win or lose, you're gonna get something out of it. You will get something out of it. And that's certainly the way that we looked at it. So we thought, if we don't win, what are they doing different? How can we change it? So yeah, you will get something out of it.
Obviously, we talked about this year, you've done very well for yourselves. You've already got all these clients, you've got all these kind of sectors you're working in. What is the next big step for yourself and also FormationData, would you say? So
this is the big step for me. So I never want to sell another company, especially in tech. This will be ours forever. I think this, where technology is growing now, there'll be something new every week. But I think pushing it out into other areas that will be useful. So we've had lots of requests instantly for, I'm getting these clients on board. I'm copying them over to another system. Can you build an API that lets me automatically put in them, or can you just launch your own CRM, sort of that we can manage the customers in? And we thought, let's do both. So if someone doesn't want to use our CRM and just use us for lead generation, that's fine. We can plug into your system for bringing the customers over to manage. But we started building our own CRM now, and we've never done it before. It's hard. So I think this is the biggest challenge for us. Learning. I mean, initially we thought, there'll be a 5-step process to every onboarding every client, and there's not. We've got one national retailer that's using our system on a trial base at the moment. They're a big trade retailer, and they said, well, we contact a business, they come in and buy something. That's it, really. That's really the one process. And then we've got sort of accountants who would say, well, normally we'll prospect the clients, then we'll give them a call, then we'll have a face-to-face meeting, and then we'll initially do a one-off piece of work to get their accounts in order, and then we'll talk about a monthly retainer. So there's 2 stages of clients, there's 5 steps in our process, and it was just sort of like, I really wish it wasn't that hard. But everything else, although it seemed hard, has been easy up until now. So we certainly getting the clients through the door is the easy part for us, but I think managing them is going to be a fantastic experience for us to build something that will work for every industry and take on that ethos of, well, let's make it completely customizable without any tech experience. You can drag and drop bits around the CRM and say, I've got prospect to customer, I've got prospect to, sales inquiry to quotation to, and create all those steps, but make it as, we want Forrest Gump to be able to sit down and use our system. That's what we want. And if you can do that, then we've won. If you can't do that, then we've done it wrong. And that CRM will be our biggest challenge, I think. But we'll get there. We'll get there.
Sounds I'm very excited for you, like you said, challenge, but always a welcome one, isn't it? And once you have you're even offering more value to your clients, and then again it'll grow again. So no, it sounds like huge steps for yourself and FormationData. Again, I wouldn't be surprised if we see you again next year after everything you're talking about.
I hope so.
But no, thank you so much for joining us today, Frank. And if anyone wants to find you or FormationData, where's the best way they can find you?
FormationData.co.uk. If they want to chat with us, we've got live chat on there, we've got telephone number on there, pick up a phone, give us a call. All our contact information's on there. We're on Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, everywhere. Just ping us a message somewhere and we'll get back to you. Or we've tried to make a few demo videos on there if you want to have a look at it, but best way, just drop us a line and we'll happily chew your ear off about what our system can do.
Brilliant. Well, thank you so much again for joining us today, Frank. And it's been really interesting to learn all that.
No worries. Thank you very much. And I hope you have a good day.